Hi, I'm Dolly Doops and I'm going to take you through how I produced and wrote my song Voices. Voices, voices, voices in my head. So I took a lot of inspiration of Max Martin's production on Ariana Grande's Into You. So it's quite filtered in the first verse and then builds out into this wide, big song in the choruses. So what I've got in my song is that every chorus there's more additions, there's more voices, there's more backing vocals. The drums start quite distant and behind, and they become bigger and build throughout the track to the end where it's like you're in a full-blown storm and there's things coming from all directions. We start with a riff from a 12-string guitar. And then in the first verse, we've just got synth pads, guitar, bass, and a little bit of drums. And then it kind of comes down for the pre-chorus, but builds up to then that first explosive chorus. So I wrote the song about dealing with the voices in your head. So I literally wrote it one night in my bed when I was struggling to sleep and battling with lots of thoughts going on. And I wanted to reflect that in not just the lyrics and the lead vocal, but also in the backing vocals. So I had so much fun vocally producing it. And there's so many sections of backing vocals. And so they start literally from the intro. Voices, voices, voices in my head. Voices.
Should I jump? Would I make it? Behind my mind, I can't explain it. Tell me don't, and I'll break it. Running wild, the beast inside.
As we go into the pre, I'm taking us into that moment where I'm in the dark, at home, alone. And I can't kind of escape those voices.
Always there when I close my eyes in the night, but it through my mind. Held down, paralyzed. I call up.
So after that build in the pre-chorus, we come to the first baby climax of that first chorus.
I'm from the voices, the voices, the voices in my head. They never leave, never leave. They're begging me, begging me.
So we've gone from the first verse where it's talking about those intrusive thoughts and the things that are pinging around my brain, and now this second verse takes us into a slightly darker side, which is about that inner critic that I have to battle with, that darker side of my brain that pushes me into certain thoughts, into certain ways of living, taking it out on other people, and also from what maybe I've taken on from others and taking on other people's traumas and the way others have treated me. And then now I'm kind of coming back to fight that in this verse.
Devil's here, I saw my door. She's open wounds that I still saw. The bodies piled up beneath the floor. They follow me around like it's my turn now. Cries, quick cry.
So then we go into the middle eight section. This actually was originally, when I first wrote it, the middle eight section we're going into now was the original chorus, but the melody was slightly too complicated for me, and I was like, I had to shuffle around with the sections, and I didn't have the chorus that I had now of the voices, the voices. And sometimes when you're writing songs, you have to kind of flip around the section. Like I'll write, a lot of the times I've written pre-choruses and they'll end up being the chorus. And you just play about with the section. So what I did in this sense was I put that original chorus into this middle eight.
Alone, alone, feel them coming, closing it fast. Hear their voices turning to dust. Don't wanna be alone in the dark.
So now, biggest climax of the song, final chorus. There's so much going on here. This is literally what is going on in my brain, and what better way to get it out than through music. So, biggest climax.
'Cause I go around from the voices, the voices, the voices. I call them
So yeah, that is behind my song Voices.